So, what really moves the stock market? To figure that out, we're not going to mess around with hypotheticals. Nope, we are going to break down every single key moment of one pivotal day. August 27th, 2025. Let's get into it.
I mean, think about it. Trillions of dollars are flying around every single day. But what's really behind the wheel? Is it one single massive company calling the shots? Is it a constant flood of economic data? Or is it something else? That's the big question we're tackling today. You know, when you boil it all down, the market story is really told in two parts. On one side, you have how individual companies are doing, that's their corporate earnings, and on the other, you've got the health of the whole economy, which we see through economic data. So let's follow the day hour by hour to see exactly how this whole thing plays out. All right, our day actually starts hours before that famous opening bell. We're in the pre-market session, and believe me, it's anything but quiet. This is when a ton of information hits the wire and really sets the stage for everything to come.
Just look at this morning rush. It is a total mix of information. At 7 a.m., boom, we get a read on the housing market. An hour later, a big bank reports earnings. Then at 8:30, boom, a look at manufacturing. And all along, you've got earnings from other companies popping up. It is a rapid-fire sequence of signals that the market has to try and make sense of instantly.
So who's actually reporting this early in the morning? Well, it's a really diverse group. You've got a major bank, you've got consumer brands, retail stores, a little bit of everything. And each report is like a small piece of the puzzle, giving us clues about how different parts of the economy are doing before the trading day has even officially started. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. The market is now open, traders are buzzing, reacting to all that pre-market news. But right around midday, the focus starts to shift. We move from individual company stories to these bigger, broader indicators of economic health. First up, at 10 a.m., we get the Corporate Bond Market Distress Index, or CMDI. The easiest way to think about this is like a financial stress test. It's taking the temperature of the corporate bond market. If the number is low, great, that signals stability and confidence. But if that number starts creeping up, well, that can be an early warning that there might be trouble brewing under the surface. And then, get this, just 30 minutes later, the whole focus shifts again, this time to energy. We get the weekly report on crude oil inventories. Now, this has massive ripple effects on, everything from the price you pay at the pump to forecasts about inflation. So yeah, this report isn't just for oil traders, it's a really vital piece of data for the whole economy.
All right, the closing bell rings at 4 p.m. You might think the day is winding down, but you'd be wrong. The action is far from over. In fact, some of the biggest, most important news of the entire day is just about to drop.
And this right here is a perfect example of the kind of mixed signals the market has to sort through. It's a real tale of two companies. On one hand, you've got a tech hardware company, NetApp, expecting earnings to jump by almost 37%. But at the exact same time, you have a discount retailer, Five Below, bracing for a drop of over 35%. It's a perfect snapshot. One sector is showing incredible strength, while another is facing some serious headwinds.
So yeah, the after-hours lineup is stacked with some really important companies. You've got PCs, cybersecurity, cloud software, a lot going on. But let's be honest, on this particular day, every single one of them is just the opening act for the main event. Okay, let's zoom in on the one report that literally everyone is watching. And I mean everyone. This isn't just another company's earnings call. No way. This is considered a true market-shaping event, and I'm going to show you exactly why. First things first, it all starts with just its staggering size, a market cap of over $4.4 trillion. I mean, Nvdia isn't just a big company, it is the most valuable company in the entire world. And that scale, it just means its performance creates massive waves that are felt across the globe. And that size translates directly into market influence. I mean, look at this. Nvidia makes up a massive 14.4% of the NASDAQ 100. It's also a huge chunk of the S&P 500. So what does that mean? It means when Nvidia moves, it doesn't just move itself. It has the power to pull the major indexes right along with it. Okay, so the pressure is on. And when I say pressure, I mean it, because expectations are, well, they're through the roof. We're not talking about small growth here. Analysts are forecasting revenue to jump an explosive 53% compared to last year. With numbers like that, anything less than absolutely spectacular could be seen as a major disappointment. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't media hype. That quote you see, a market-shaping event, that's coming directly from Wall Street analysts and traders.
They see this single report as a moment that could set the market's direction for weeks, maybe even months. The entire world of finance is literally holding its breath. You see, this report is about so much more than just hitting a revenue number. Investors are digging for clues. They want to know about the demand for their new AI chips. They're watching how the company is handling challenges in China. And most importantly, they're listening for what the company's forecast signals for the entire AI sector. And just to put this into perspective, options traders are betting on a single-day swing in the company's value of $260 billion. That's more than the entire value of most major companies.
And so that brings us to the end of our one day in the market. We've seen how it digests dozens and dozens of different signals, right? Everything from mortgage rates to oil inventories to retail reports. But in today's market, it's pretty clear that sometimes the entire narrative can pivot on the results of just one single company. And the question this day really leaves us with is, how long can that last?